Hi guys, and welcome to Escape Wheel Watch Reviews. My name is Steve, and today we're going to be reviewing Branch Horology's The Sector. I received this watch for free, however, I don't get to keep it. It's got to go back to Branch Horology, sadly. But no matter how I get a watch in for a review on this channel, whether it's a loaner, whether I purchase it, or whether it's given to me for free and I get to keep it, you're always going to get my honest opinion every single time. And if by the end of this review you want to pick one of these up, sadly they are currently sold out. Hopefully we'll get some more stock soon, but I'll be leaving a link for Branch Horology's website. This is the only watch that they currently sell, so it's really easy to find on their website. So yeah, I will leave you that link down below. Go check them out. The retail price for this watch is about $650 US. Like I said earlier, sadly, they are currently sold out. So I'm really hoping they get some more of these in stock, and I don't see why they wouldn't. The watch is only available in the colorway that you see here. It's absolutely gorgeous though, so I see no reason to make any other colors on this watch. The watch case is made of 316L stainless steel. It has an acrylic crystal, a push-pull crown, a snap-on case back. I didn't see any water resistance ratings on their website, so I'm just going to assume it's like 30 meters of water resistance. The watch is powered by the hand-wound sellita SW210-1, and each watch is shipped on this very nice Veblenist leather strap, which is over a $100 value. So this has been one of my favorite loaner watches I've ever had. It is absolutely gorgeous. I'm a sucker for these sector dials, and they just nailed it. I mean, they did. If you're going for a vintage watch, this is the one that I would be looking at heavily. So I say we get right into this full review. But before we do a quick wrist check today, wearing my Seamaster Quartz. This is the James Bond GoldenEye version. Yeah, absolutely love this watch still. So good. All right, so let's get into dimensions. We've got a case diameter of 36.5 millimeters, total thickness of 11 millimeters, got 19 millimeter lug width, 42.5 millimeter lug tip to lug tip, and on the supplied leather strap, it weighs 40 grams. So the watch is pretty small, very compact lug to lug. You've got a nice turn down to the case lugs there, pretty flat case back as well. Beautiful crystal that you can see there. So 11 millimeters with the crystal. It is way, way, way thinner than that without that crystal. There's probably like 4 millimeters of crystal there. So it is a super slim wearing watch, very lightweight. The strap is absolutely just perfect for this watch. I think it looks good. It's super comfortable. I love the way that this watch wears. I'm usually not a fan of 36 millimeter watches. This wears, I would say, maybe a little bit bigger, just because it is a little bit bigger, 36 and a half. So yeah, I just love the way that this thing wears. I think it's a perfect size for this style of watch. So I'm going to go outside right now and throw it on my wrist for you. And here we are on the included strap on my 7.5 inch wrist. And as you can see, it does wear small, but it gives off those vintage vibes, which I absolutely love. The strap, Veblenist, I believe is how it's said. But an awesome strap, just a fantastic strap, one of the best straps I've had. We'll talk about that in just a little bit, but I think it looks really, really good on this, and it's just super lightweight, super comfortable. And here we are in some direct sunlight, and there you can definitely see the dial looking absolutely wonderful. I like the light play off of it. You can see it's kind of a two-tone there. Yeah, it looks really good. It definitely shows a little bit washed out on camera, but in real life, not an issue to read this thing. It's very legible. The crystal on it is awesome. I think the distortions look fantastic too, and just the case finishing and just everything about this watch I've really been enjoying. Let's go throw it on some straps though. And here we are on a dark blue leather strap. This is just a cheap one that I got off of AliExpress. I'll leave a link down below for it. It's actually a decent strap, but yeah, I don't think you're going to be wanting to change the stock strap for this one. This is just a different look. I think it does look good though. And next up is a FKM cut to size strap. This is again from AliExpress. I'll leave the link down below. I've always liked these silver dials with the green straps. I think they look good, and this is no exception. I think the blue kind of clashes a little bit, but for the most part, I think it looks good. Okay, so let's talk about the case finishing on the watch. So case finishing, very, very simple. It's a vertical brush on the tops of the lugs there, with a fully polished bezel, sloped bezel as you can see. Really nice polishing, super smooth. I don't see any issues with that. It looks really, really good. The transition to the crystal is really nice and smooth as well. You got horizontal brushing on the case sides there. Again, getting up close, really nice and consistent. Flipping it to the crown side here, we have an unsigned push-pull crown there. It is about 6 millimeters, so pretty good size on it, pretty shallow. It doesn't stick into the wrist or anything like that. There's no sharp edges on this case anywhere at the bottom edge here. It feels maybe just a touch sharp, but it's definitely been like knocked down a little bit. So it's not super sharp. You don't feel it on the wrist at all. The lug tips are not overly sharp either. The case back here, you can see it is a mixture of brushing and polishing. It's just a snap-on case back, so you have a little spot right there where you can get a tool in and pop that off. But yeah, it's a very simple case back. Obviously, there's no signage or anything, which I'd kind of like to see at this price point, but at the same time, I'm perfectly fine with nothing on the case back. That's just me. It's just a very smooth case back. So yeah, again, no real issues with it. I mean, the case profile on this watch is one of my favorites. It just looks absolutely beautiful. Really nice and slim. Yeah, they did a very, very good job on this watch. I've got nothing to complain about when it comes to the case or the case finishing on it. All right, so let's talk about the crystal. So Branch Horology, they opted for an acrylic crystal. I am a huge fan of acrylic crystals. Every acrylic crystal that I've had on a watch, I've really enjoyed. Their clarity is top notch. They don't need anti-reflective coating just because the reflectivity of the crystal is just not anywhere near what you get from a sapphire crystal. So I am really happy with the crystal on this watch. I know some people are going to see acrylic as a negative, especially at the $600 price point. They want to see a sapphire crystal, but honestly, I just think a sapphire crystal wouldn't look as good. You can get some pretty good sapphire crystals, but they still just don't look as good as an acrylic crystal. You can easily buff out scratches, so that's the thing I really like about the acrylic crystal. You get that exceptional clarity, you get kind of that really nice distortion that you just can't quite get from a sapphire crystal, and then you can easily clean it up if you do get a scratch on it. But most of these watches, you get them in situations where you're probably not going to be scratching it, so yeah, you're not going to take this thing to a construction work zone or anything like that. You're just going to wear it around the office, wear it around the house, out to a nice dinner, stuff like that. So yeah, these crystals, I think for this application, it's just perfect. It gives off that vintage vibe that the rest of the watches is throwing out there too. So yeah, I'm really happy with the crystal on this watch. I think it is absolutely gorgeous. All right, so let's get real close and we'll talk about the dial. Like I mentioned earlier, this is the only colorway that it comes in. It's kind of the silvery white color. You have a brushed minute track around the outside with 5-minute increments there. And then you have inside of that, you have the hour track there with the sideways 3 and the sideways 9. Sector dial with the crosshairs in the middle, and then the Branch Horology logo there at the 12 o'clock, nothing below. Nice and clean. The printing on the dial, I'm hoping you guys can see it, really nice and crisp and clean. They did an excellent job. They did a really, really good job. You can see the center section of the dial. It's not brushed or anything. It's just a painted or kind of a frosted looking almost. It looks really, really good. The handset that they use, it is a true heated blue handset. According to their website, they look fantastic. They're nice and crisp. I don't see anything wrong with those, except maybe the hour hand is a little bit too long. I would like to see that stopped a little short, but I mean, they brought it right to the outer edge, the outer diameter of the hour ring. So I guess it's the right length. They're just pretty close in size and length, and sometimes it can be hard to differentiate the two. But for the most part, it's a non-issue. But yeah, I think if I was designing this watch, I would have stopped that just a little bit short. I would have gone right to the inner diameter of the hour ring. But again, I can't fault them too much. The hands look fantastic. I love the shape of them. Really nice and sharp and crisp. And you can see the second hand reaching right out past that hour or past that minute track, sweeping along. Really, really nice. So I think the dial on this watch was executed very, very nicely. I've seen sector dials in the past. and this is probably my favorite one, definitely by far the nicest as far as execution goes. All right, so let's talk about the movement on this watch. So the movement inside is the Sellita SW210-1. It is a hand wind only Etaclone, basically. It's a 28,800 beats per hour, so 8 ticks of the second hand every second. Looking really, really good there. I'm going to try and pop off the back so you can see it here, and I'll pop it up over whatever I'm showing you guys. But yeah, I've seen pictures of the movement. It looks very nice. So yeah, these movements, they should be accurate and reliable for a very long time. They're awesome. So I'm going to pop up how this one has been running. Pop it up right here. I haven't run mine yet, but when I have been wearing this watch, it's been very accurate for me. So yeah, it's probably within a couple seconds. But I am very happy with this movement. The hand winding, I'm hoping maybe you guys can hear it. So it's kind of a loud clicking. It's a very smooth hand winding, and there is some resistance to the crown, and it tightens up pretty abruptly. So there's really no fear in overwinding this. It was about 35 winds, and that should get you roughly 40 hours of power reserve. But yeah, it's a great movement. Pull out the crown to the first position there. You can see it does hack the movement. This is where you set the time. Everything functions exactly like you would expect it to. The hands don't jump. The crown feels nice and solid as well. Yeah, it's just been a really good movement for a watch like this. Keeps it nice and slim. Very premium feeling hand wound movement. So yeah, I've got very little to complain about when it comes to the movement on this watch. All right, so let's talk about the strap on the watch. So you do get a couple options for the strap. This is the gray calfskin. The strap is from Veblenist. I'll show you right here. Veblenist. So I did some research on it. The strap itself costs about $105 US. They're made in Chicago. And I got to tell you, this is one of the nicest leather straps that I've ever had. It feels good. It smells good. It's like it broke in right out of the box. You can see it's pretty thin, but it feels sturdy. I mean, it just looks really good. The texture on it kind of reminds me of like elephant skin. It's definitely not, obviously, but yeah, I mean, it just looks really good. Nice, clean stitching. It was a good length for me. There's one floating keeper and one stationary keeper. Everything is sewn in very nicely. My only complaint is no quick release. I'd like to see some quick release spring bars on this watch. Other than that, though, it is a super, super nice strap. Yeah, 19 millimeters down to 16 millimeters. I don't know if I mentioned that. But yeah, I think the strap itself goes with this watch perfectly, and it is just a really, really good strap. So there you go, guys. That is the Branch Horology, the Sector. It's a really cool watch. If you guys are going for that kind of vintage look and feel, this is one that you should highly consider. I love the Sector dial. I like the handset on it. The crystal was the right choice in my opinion. Really nice case finishing, nice case shape, super comfortable, an excellent strap. The packaging is pretty cool as well. They're based out of Canada too, so hopefully no tariffs. Yeah, I'm just hoping they get more stock in. I was kind of surprised to see that they're out of stock on this watch, so hopefully soon they'll get some more stock in. But yeah, you can put your name on the list, I think, and reserve yours. So I say go check them out, because this watch is absolutely fantastic. $650 US gets you a Swiss movement as well. Obviously $650, it's a lot, but you know, the kind of first watch that kind of came to mind that's similar to this one is the Lore Rambler. It's a 36 millimeter vintage inspired acrylic crystal with a leather strap, not a bracelet. They sell theirs for $500 with the Miyota 9000. So yeah, I think you're paying a little extra for the Swiss movement. But yeah, I mean, I think the price on this watch is actually pretty decent for what you're getting. And the strap on this watch, like I said earlier, is incredible. And yeah, just the looks alone, I think, are worth it. So definitely one for you guys to consider. I am sad that I have to send this one back, but this one will be going back. But I think that's it for me. Thanks a lot for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. See ya.